Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Anthony here. It is January 2nd, 2025. Cannot believe it. It's about 9:25 a.m. Eastern Time as I make this video. I just wanted to make a quick video this morning before I get up and about. I made a couple posts regarding some of the incidents that have happened over the last couple of days going into the new year. If you guys remember last year, the big New Year's Eve attack, or whatever we want to call it, was in Miami. Remember the 10-foot tall aliens that attacked that mall? I think it was the Bayside Shops in Miami, that caused people to actually run for their lives, shooting at these, whatever they were. They called them entities that were glitching in and out of view, chasing them in the mall, seen outside the mall. That was last year's incident on New Year's Eve. Hundreds of police cars responding to the scene, airspace shut down over at Miami International Airport. I think they cut the power to the area where the mall was, the surrounding area. And then people that were there was a few people that posted some pretty startling videos of their experience, and then we never heard of it anymore after that. And then later this year, just before the new year, we had these drone incidents. We've had the last couple of weeks, the fog incidents or the spraying incidents, and then the attack in New Orleans that they're calling a terrorist attack. The bombing, I think it was, in Las Vegas with the Tesla vehicle in front of the Trump Hotel or the Trump building. And then last night I posted a shooting in New York City at a nightclub. I'm not sure if that was, if that's been related to connected yet to the attacks. And then there's the videos of Sarah Adams talking on the Sean Ryan Show and other podcasts in recent time, talking about this Al-Qaeda coordinated attack on America for 2025 that's going to target different cities, etc. And she's been warning people about those upcoming attacks. Is this coming to fruition? Are these first two of the year like a test run or a trial run, or just to see how people react? What's the deal? So my advice earlier in the year to people before all of this came to pass, people that were voting and hoping that Trump's going to get in and clean everything up, I was telling them over and over again, take cover, take cover. That was my the mantra in my videos. There's a lot more going on than just voting a new administration in and everything's going to be okay. And I think if you've been watching my videos, both Bible studies and these types of videos, you'll get a little handle on that there's something much bigger worldwide going on in countries, and especially in America, excuse me, because we are the last bastion, really, of freedom, if you want to call it that, in the world. So if they can get America to fall, to change, to, collapse, and then rise from the ashes into something else that they want to mold and shape us to be, 2025 is a great time to start, and then set the clock for 2030, which is their goal for the, all the climate stuff that they're doing. The show you see behind me is Dual Survival. It's on, I think this is the Pluto channel, or Tubi or Pluto. And I keep it on running. It goes on, and I just keep the videos running, and I watch them over and over again. They're great, especially the ones with Dave and Cody. But these globalists like Klaus Schwab, King Charles, Bill Gates, the usual suspects, especially the ones now that they've brought out last week. The Sarah Burke lady, the lady with the scarf that was out during COVID, the Dr. Sarah Burke or whatever she is. She's been paraded now, if that's her, it looks like her, into the news media talking about the latest scare tactics for the next sickness that's coming or that's here. And then you had the lady, oh gosh, I forget her name, the Asian lady that is out also now, that was like a COVID monster that wanted to lock people in their homes and lock them down and never let them out again. I think her name is Wen, her last name. She's been out, and I heard her. She sounds really interesting when you listen to her talk. She does these voice inflections that are, I don't know if she practices those or what, but trying to convince you to, get tested, and there's a impending doom coming, and all paraded out now just before 2025, just before the next administration comes up. And then talks of Dr. Fauci spraying stuff in the air to give us, to inoculate people via a mist, and then these sudden fogs all over. It makes you wonder, right? All the usual suspects are being brought out. It seems like every day, even during the course of the day, so many things are happening leading up to just the January 20th inauguration that you can't even keep track of anything. It's like there's an impending push to derail the inauguration or to do something in the country to create some type of environment of distress, of chaos, of whatever, all in a short period of time. It's just, it cannot be denied. For all of this to happen right on cue, right when a new administration is coming in, and the old administration's supposed to be going out with grace, you would think, and working with the new administration coming in, kind of like America's supposed to be run, even though there's two parties. They're supposed to run together, for the people, by the people. Don't we vote them in? No, we don't vote them in. They're selected. That's the whole thing, what I've been talking about to people over the last several years, that our politicians, especially presidents, are selected. They're two wings of the same bird, and I think you're seeing that now. It doesn't matter which wing is in, they're still going to get their way. Yeah, is the deep state upset Trump is in? I don't know. Maybe they're acting that way. Maybe they want you to think that. So my advice today, January 2nd, 2025, is to be vigilant, like Sarah Adams advised. Keep your head on a swivel, avoid crowds, know where your exits are, know where your out is, and be armed everywhere you go if you're going to venture out. Be armed and ready to defend yourself, your family, friends, your community, because there's a lot of snakes out there looking for someone to devour. And it seems like our country is on the hit list for upcoming attacks. So be ready, stay ready. Look at alternate news sources. Don't depend on Fox and CNN, etc., the usual suspects. And watch now for all the usual suspects that were out during the C-19, Mr. 19, will be paraded out again. The fear-mongering will continue. And we don't know what has been released. We don't know how bad it is. We don't know what it is. So we have to be ready medically, have things ready. Medicines, stuff that fights off sickness. And don't go with the flow, which is going to be mask up, get the V in your arm. They already have something ready for this one, and they don't even know what the heck, how it's being transmitted. All the animals, all the food supply. Remember, war, famine, and pestilence. Biblically, these three are mentioned over and over and over again in the Bible. War, famine, pestilence. Read specifically the book of Jeremiah. War, famine, and pestilence. And what is the three things happening in our world today, especially in this country? War. The war machine is churning. Famine. There's people going hungry. Prices are going up, doubling, tripling, which will cause more famine. People are foregoing paying certain bills just so they could eat. Foregoing medical coverage so they could eat and pay main bills. We just don't see a lot of it because we have the welfare system and all that in place, but it's a depression. War, famine, and pestilence is what? Everything that's been going on since 2019 into 2020. Pestilence, sickness, exact same playbook. War, famine, pestilence. Keep that in mind as you go about your day, starting your new year. Always be looking up to the Most High for protection, guidance, illumination. And keep your head on a swivel no matter where you go and where you are, at work, at home, at play, at the park, with your kids, etc. Take care and stay ready. Anthony signing off.